Welcome back to Yoshi Entertainment, everybody. So just recently, Dwight Howard, the ex-basketball player, was slammed with a lawsuit that he is trying to deny the allegations from concerning a young man by the name of Stephen Harper. Now, it is my understanding that Dwight Howard likes to engage in certain activities with other men. Now, people can call me petty, but I believe in calling a duck a duck. All right, that's what we're going to do. We're going to tell the truth and shame the devil. This man blatantly set up and lied and said that he was not gay and whatever. People like to be so hung up on, don't try to label people and they can be who they want to be. And nobody can stop anybody from doing that. But to be blatantly deceptive and to lie, it's not acceptable and it's not okay. I don't care what anybody says. But anyways, so allegedly Dwight Howard was in contact with this young man. They were exchanging text messages. The text messages have been leaked. Everybody has seen the text messages. I don't want to hear nothing about stay out of his business and what happens in his bedroom stays in his bedroom because we didn't ask to be privy to that information. When you're out here having sneaky links and being deceptive, like I said, lying about what you're doing, sneaking around and doing things you should not be doing, this is the kind of stuff that comes out of that. But anyways, they exchanged a host of text messages. I'm not going to have them on this channel because those text messages were lewd out of this world. And then they came to the conclusion that they wanted to meet up at his house. As a sidebar, anybody who invites a stranger into their house, especially if they have kids at their house, something is seriously wrong with you in the head. But we'll talk about that later. In the text messages, Mr. Harper made it clear that he did or was into threesomes, but I don't remember seeing him saying in those text messages that he wanted to do that very night. So for all these people saying, oh, well, he knew what was up, he said he wanted to do threesomes, that's no excuse because the man didn't mention that night. He was expecting to only meet with Dwight Howard, point blank, end of story. But anyways, they decide to meet up. When he gets to Dwight Howard's house, this guy comes up with this whole other dude, like I said, that I don't remember him mentioning in the text messages he was going to invite to his house for this meeting, if you will, by the name of Kitty. That's what they have been calling him all over social media. And this man decided, you know what? I didn't expect a third party. I just wanted to come here to see you. I don't want to do this anymore. This is uncomfortable for me. I just want to leave and go home. Allegedly, he refused to let the man go home and did some things. Like I said, we wouldn't know this unless somebody had not allegedly leaked the police reports. Like I said, I'm not going to put the police reports on here. They're all over the internet, but I'm not going to put it on this channel, on this video, because the details are very graphic and disturbing. Like I said, he is alleging that Dwight Howard did these things to him, that Dwight Howard, he's alleging, assaulted him during this time. I would say it's baffling me and disturbing me. Well, it's always going to disturb me, but I would say it's baffling to me how many people are taking up for Dwight Howard in this scenario, saying what he does in his bedroom is nobody's business. You can throw that in the trash because it's everybody's business now because it's been leaked to the internet. And yes, it needs to be everybody's business when there's a child involved because allegedly he's been doing stuff like this. And even his son was in the house with him when he was bringing these people over to the house. Anybody with common sense and children should know that you can't be bringing strangers to your house while your child is there. You're a negligent parent in that case. Clearly, you don't care about your own safety and you don't care about the safety of your child. I didn't already told y'all, when it comes to the children, it's a different story for me. Like, all bets are off the table. I'm not here to play games. He should have never invited those men to his house. Like I said, while his child was there, it's already dangerous for him. I get it. He's a big dude, but still. What if he had invited somebody over and they jumped him and then robbed him? Nobody thinks of this. That's why hookup culture is so toxic and dangerous. Like, you can't be so horny that you don't understand the danger you put yourself and the people close to you in by inviting strangers. Let me reiterate, strangers to your house. I'll never understand that. Like I said, if you're that horny that you would put your own safety and the safety of your child in jeopardy, you need help. You need therapy. You need God. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a difference between somebody who genuinely trusted somebody who they thought that they knew and invited them over to their house, and that person took advantage of their trust and jeopardize their safety. There's a difference between that and somebody operating out of pure lust and perversion and throwing all safety measures and common sense in the trash. Dwight Howard is example number 2, in case y'all didn't realize. And if it was just his safety, I really wouldn't say much other than he's very unwise for putting himself at risk by doing that. But because he brought a child into this, because he had a child at his house once again, whose safety he put in jeopardy, his own child for that matter, he's raggedy. He's very raggedy. And speaking of his child, allegedly there were allegations surrounding him doing the same things to young boys his age that Dwight Howard is being accused of doing to other men. So I'm posing the question, where in the world did he learn that from? I'm not going to say it, but I'm going to just take a few seconds for y'all to think about it. Like I mentioned before, I am not surprised people are taking up for Dwight Howard despite, like I said, him putting his own child, once again, I'm going to keep reminding everybody about that because they act like they don't realize how bad that was. But it does not surprise me that people keep taking up for him because he's a basketball player and because he's a celebrity. The number one excuses people are using to excuse this and not use common sense and see it for what it really is once again, oh, he can do whatever he wants to do and, whatever he does in his bedroom is nobody's business, and that the guy, Mr. Harper, knew what he was walking into whenever he texted Dwight Howard and went over to his house. First of all, no, he can't just do whatever he wants to, because if whatever he wants to includes disrespecting somebody's consent, that is illegal if he allegedly did do this. And he's very sick-minded and he's a very disgusting person. I don't care how dirty they were talking to each other in those text messages. If that young man got there and decided, I don't want to do this anymore, then the right thing, the legal thing, let me keep reminding some people out there to do would have been, okay, you can go ahead, you can go maybe some other time, I guess. I don't care how mad he was. I don't care how horny he was. That does not excuse somebody, allegedly, stopping them from leaving their house and still trying to make them do X, Y, Z. The fact that there are so many people who can't grasp that and understand that and are saying the opposite is very disturbing to the point of it being scary. It really shows the mind state and the mindsets of a lot of people in our society, in our community, and it also feeds into assault culture. I can't say the word, y'all know what the word is, can't say it because of the YouTube algorithm, but it feeds into that because it makes it seem like, oh well, once you've already come this far, you can't back out. You have no such thing as consent because you done already got me this far. I'm already determined to do this, so I don't care if you don't feel like doing it anymore. I don't care if it mentally, emotionally, and physically scars you for the rest of your life. You're gonna give me what I want. Like I said again, that is illegal and disgusting and sick-minded. And those are some of the main reasons why, like I said, people saying that, oh, he went there, he knew what it was. You can't just come there and then say you're going to leave after you change your mind. That's the same reasons why a lot of these people who are abusers and assaulters get away with what they do. And it's also the irony for me because any other day, these people would be congratulating them and patting them on the back for living in their truth. Hey, if you want to be promiscuous and sleep with as many people as you want to, you go ahead and do that. But the moment somebody tries to blow the whistle or file a lawsuit because of something that they are alleging happened to them, then they bring up that entire person's past, those same things that they justified, they used to bash them with for blowing the whistle on their favorite celebrity. Oh, you were out here talking dirty in the text messages. You are real promiscuous. This is what you said you wanted. But y'all were just congratulating him for those same reasons the other day. Speaking of their favorite celebrity, I said just earlier that a lot of the reason why some of these people are taking up for Dwight Howard is because he's a basketball player, he's famous, he's a celebrity. Once again, it will never cease to baffle me how people just take the word of a celebrity. Really, that's just a person that nobody really knows like that unless you're close to them. And I know a lot of people will say, well, you don't know the guy who's, filing the lawsuit either. We might not know him personally, but we know the pattern because this guy, Mr. Harper, is not the first person who has made these kind of allegations about this man. Allegedly, there was another man, well, technically he's a transgender if I'm not mistaken, who tried to say some of the same things, allege some of the same things about Dwight Howard, even went so far as to allege that he felt like Dwight Howard and his group of friends, whoever they were trying to threaten him out of speaking about it. People keep forgetting where there's smoke, there's fire. At some point in time, people are going to have to wake up and see that people are not always who they say they are. Obviously, look at the signs and the patterns, like I said before. But there's always that group of people who have the audacity and the gall to disrespect these people, like I said, who's making these allegations and talk about them, drag them, harass them. But then when it turns out, God forbid, that this stuff is the truth, they're nowhere around to apologize for what they said, to be man or woman enough to say, oh, I just assumed that they were innocent because, this person was a celebrity. I didn't know this person from a can of paint. I just assumed that, because I didn't want to believe, which is ridiculous, but I didn't want to believe that they were capable of something like that. But I shouldn't have said nothing because I didn't know nothing anyways. No, they're not going to say that, but they've got the gall and the audacity and the smoke to say who's lying and who's telling the truth. But anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think about all this and how y'all feel down in the comments below respectfully. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and y'all have a very blessed and safe day.